Good evening. This is Dr. Madhusudan Reddy, PVR Bits Kavali. This session for fourth BTech first sem EE students. Subject is power quality. Unit 1. This is the third video. Already I covered the two videos. The introduction of the power quality, terminology of the power quality. And this video will cover about power quality standards, responsibilities of suppliers and users of electric power, CBMEA and ITI course. First we'll go through power quality standards. Generally, to know the complete study of in electrical power system, there should be a one organization that is called the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE. So we should follow the as per IEEE standard. We don't discuss very thoroughly or very much in this session, but we will go through what IEEE section will discuss what is the brief classifications. We will go further. IEEE 644 is indicated as standard procedure for measurement of power frequency, electric and magnetic fields from AC power lines. So we want to discuss about these things. In Google, you go through that IEEE 644 and this standard procedure for measurement of power frequency, electric and magnetic fields from AC power lines is okay. We'll get it the complete data. Similarly, IEEE C63.12 is recommended practice for electromagnetic compatibility limits. So this is about the particular electromagnetic compatibility limits can discuss in this section, in this IEEE. IEEE 518 standards guide for installation of electrical equipment to minimize electrical noise inputs to controllers from external sources. Nothing but common mode voltage. Generally, it's called as another name. What is the common mode voltage? So this will discuss in thoroughly. We'll discuss in IEEE 518. IEEE 519 standard, which shows as recommended practice and requirements for harmonic control in electrical power systems. So we want to discuss about harmonic control in electrical power systems requirements. Go through this IEEE 5. IEEE 1100. It is also definition of the power quality. Recommended practice for powering and grounding sensitive electronic equipment. It is also definition. In the first video, we discussed about the definition says as IEEE 1100 standard. Next, IEEE 115, recommended practice for monitoring electric power quality. So this is also one of standard. IEEE 141, recommended practice for electric power distribution for industrial plants. IEEE 142, recommended practice for grounding of industrial and commercial power systems. 141, power distribution for industrial plants. But 142, grounding of industrial and commercial power systems will discuss. 241, recommended practice for electric power systems in commercial buildings. IEEE 602, recommended practice for electric systems in healthcare facilities. IEEE 902, guide for maintenance, operation and safety of industrial and commercial power systems. IEEE C57-110, it is recommended practice for establishing transformer capability when supplying non-sinusoidal load. So this is the way of how to connect transformer capability for supplying non-linear, non-sinusoidal loads. power quality definitions. So whatever the definitions are there, are terminologies. IEEE P1453, it indicates as voltage flickers. IEEE P1564, it indicates as voltage sag indices. Then another international standard is there. There are two standards. Number one is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. The second is International Electrotechnical Commission, IEEE and IEC. IEEE is USA, IEC is Geneva, Switzerland. As per this standard, they represented IEC TR3 61021 electromagnetic compatibility and environment. This will discuss. IEC TR3 6100036 3/6 electromagnetic compatibility limits. IEC 6100-4-7 electromagnetic compatibility, testing and measurement techniques, general guides on harmonics and interharmonics measurements, and instrumentation also will discuss in this standard. IEC 61642 industrial AC networks affected by harmonics application of filters and shunt capacitors will discuss. IEC SC77A low frequency electromagnetic circuit phenomena. IEC TC77 or WG1 terminology, about the terminology. IEC SC77A or WG1 harmonics and other low frequency disturbances will discuss. IEC SC778 or WG6 low frequency immunity tests will discuss. IEC SC778 WGT voltage fluctuations and other low frequency disturbances will discuss. IEC SC77A WG8 electromagnetic interference related to the network frequency will discuss as per this standard. IEC SC77A or WG9 power quality measurement methods will discuss. Next, come back. So that is about the standards. Next we'll come back, responsibilities of suppliers and users of electric power. So first, the responsibilities of utilizers are also called as suppliers. Is nothing but who are generating the power and who are distributing and transmitting. Those are the suppliers. So those suppliers should be concentrate on switching operation of electrical substations to support the loads. Why? Because while the switching operation generate transient disturbances which have an impact on electrical equipment. So the electrical utilities or suppliers should be concentrate on while switching operations in electrical substations to support the loads, we concentrate. That is the responsibility of supply side. Whereas the responsibilities of the power consumer side is they should aware of energy conservation. Why? Because as well as they should aware of harmonic, they should aware of current injection, they should aware of power factor, and they should aware of surge current demands. Energy conservation. I'll go for it. Example of this energy conservation. Example. In the place of incandescent light, slowly changed to tube light. After some days or some years, change it to CFL, compact fluorescent light. After then, nowadays, recently, CFL is modified into LEDs, light emitting diode lights. So this is the energy conservation. For 100 watts of incandescent bulb, 10 watts of LED bulb will equal intensity will distribute. So we save the 90 watts of the energy conservation by modifying the devices. Next, harmonic current injection. So generally, what are the devices are harmonic injections? You identify and you will not to go through that, you want to use a less harmonic current injection and power factor. So we want to correct the power factor, we go for it capacitor. Again, when you connect the capacitor, transients are produced. So these things aware of, and such current demands. So you know that surge will develop when the capacity is connected in the place of inductive load, surges are. So these parameters should aware of responsibilities of power consumers. Next we go to this, we want to analyze the curves, CBMA and ITA. CBMA is nothing but Computer Based Equipment Manufacturers Association. Computer Based Equipment Manufacturers Association. What is this? It is the different number of graphs are drawn based on this, developed by an organization is Computer Based Equipment Manufacturer Association, is designed for a supercomputers or all the computers. They drawn a different number of evaluation. They take a number of samples and they drawn the graph. That graph is called as the CBMA graph. From this graph you identify, here you see that the computers can operate computer voltage tolerance. The computer voltage is 120 volts operation computer voltage. So that 120 volts can be safely operated. So above 106% or below 87% can operate safely. The above region will not operate, the computers will not operate safely. This is the indication of this CBMA curve. But after some modifications, Institute of Information Technical Institutions, so will design this. Next curve is, we'll go through this ITA curve. So this ITA curve is modified this curve. This is also Institute of Technical Information. So this will be modified curve. From this modified curve, you can understood that below this dotted line, due to the low energy conservation of low energy requirement of the computers, so this is the graph represented. Above this, due to sudden circuits, above this portion, due to the sudden short circuits or any due to the fault conditions, so this much of high voltage will obtain. Actually, the voltage tolerance envelope applied able to single phase is 120 volts dicoupling. So it is a no interruption in function region. So 90 to 110 is a safe region. So 120 is also safe region. Below the 90, no damage region. But this region due to the low energy requirement. And above this region, 200 or 140 above this region, prohibited region. So this region due to the short circuit or any mal-operation of equipments, so computer may be damaged. So this is indicated, revised, CBMA curve is revised by ITA curve in 2000. So this is about, thank you. Stay home, stay safe, all the best. God bless you.